Okay. Fellas, fillettes, and Feliz Navidad. Sit around the fire. I have a story. Today, I'm gonna be explaining why I broke up with my goth girlfriend. Now, that's a sentence. And if that comes out of somebody's mouth, that person is stupid. Right? That's what the logical person would think. And if you've been on the internet, you've seen a Deftones thirst trap before, and you've opened the comments and it says, "Hi lol, you the real art, Groomby." It's annoying because those people don't know that that type of person is the kind of person that you should not date. Okay? Do we understand? It's gonna be on the test. Anyway, so let's start from the beginning. I was at school, and there's this girl in my class. She's pretty cool. She's, one of the very few alternative people in the state that I live in. I'm also one of the few alternative people in the state that I live in. So we start talking. We're all we're all platonic friends for a minute. We're just, we're talking. Eventually we'll start talking about how we're both in bands, we both play guitar, and I'm like, this person's awesome. We should hang out sometime. So we hang out sometime. We go to this amusement park. And by this point, I'm like, I think I kind of like this girl. Gives you an idea. What the hell? That dude's got a stroller with no baby in it. Odd. Anyway. We start talking. I start to think that she likes me. We go to this theme park. We're fine. We're platonic friends. Then we get on this roller coaster, and I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm like scared of heights type shit. She's like, do you want to hold my hand? Do I? Sure. So we go on the roller coaster, and then I get off. A little while later, she has to go. And she's like, okay, give me a hug. Perfectly platonic thing to do, you would think. And then she does this thing where we go for a hug, and then she stays just a little longer than normal. And I noticed that, and I'm like, okay. I get in the car because at the time I couldn't drive. I was, I was 15. My birthday wasn't too long ago, so, yeah. I bought this hoe, though, because I got fat stacks. Sorry. So anyway, my mom picks me up, and, she's like, so how'd it go? I was like, good. She's like, how's the progress on, like, that? And I'm like, I don't know. So then I explained, like, oh yeah, we held hands on our roller coaster. And then she did that hug thing. And my mom's like, oh, she likes you. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Then we go back home. I see her at school the next day. She's like, we should hang out again. I'm like, type shit. And then I thought that was my dad. Whoo! He was gonna beat me. Not actually. No, my parents are good. He would probably be suspicious that I was out in my car at this hour. But anyway, we go on a hike, and that was the next time we hung out. The next time we hung out, we go on a hike. That guy's jaywalking, and we're chilling. We're going up the trail. We're going up to this high point where you can see the whole city. And she's like, Imagine we're sitting next to each other. I get closer to you, and I push you off the mountain. That was an inside joke that we had. And I was like, haha, the bit. And then we get to the top, we're talking, we spend about an hour talking. And then she says, and by the way, our mutual friend we have, I'm not going to say her actual name, I'll just call her A. It's okay. I'm going to call her A. I realized I should probably walk my car. Because I don't trust fellas. Anyway. A, she says, so A told me something. Because she knew about my crush on this person. Who... Oh, it's okay. Anyway, I thought that was my dad. Again, I'm not scared of my dad, by the way. I keep seeing people who look like him, and I keep seeing cars that look like his. Anyway, I need to get on track. This video's gonna be like an hour. It's already 6 minutes. I'm not even to the part yet. This is for audio listening only. You better be playing a game or cleaning or something at the same time, because this is gonna be boring as shit fuck. Anyway, I'm paranoid. I'm sorry. That's another story for in 5 minutes. So we're on the high point. We're looking over the city. It's all pretty like. We're like, damn, it's aesthetic in his home. And she says, by the way, A told me this. And I was like, that lying snitch! I wasn't actually very mad. I was like, words out makes it easier for this one. And she's like, yeah. And I says, what do you think about that? She's like, I don't know. Stop. Don't do this. And then she changes the subject, and I'm like, I'm in. Ah! And then, like, an hour later, I was like, let's take it back a little bit. And then she's like, well, I'll just say it worked out in my favor. I'm like, in your favor? And then I'm just like, I'm chilling. I'm a lot less panicked now, because I had a feeling we were going to have a conversation like that at some point that night. So I'm actually a very calm, despite, you know, Fine Shite is next to me, who also is interested in me. I was very calm. And then it starts to get dark outside, it starts to get cold. Score? Now, usually, I'm not a fan of the cold. But I brought my jacket. You know who didn't bring a jacket? Well then. She's like, I'm cold. And then she rests her head on my shoulder. Oops. Yeah. She just does that. Adorable. I'm painting her in a very positive light, by the way. Don't get used to it. Anyway, we're doing that. I'm like, okay. My pulse doubles. I'm no longer calm. I don't know what I was on before, but it wasn't calm. I was gonna make a joke there, but I couldn't think of it in time. So you got gibberish. Anyway, yeah. So we're doing that whole thing, and then we walk start to walk back, and she stops. And then she just looks at me for a second. She's like, I'm trying to work up the courage to kiss you. I'm like, okay! So we do all that. Is it a bit early for all that? In retrospect, yes, but not in a catastrophic way. Like, it would have been fine had that happened, and it did. But that's not the reason our relationship was so indescribably ass. So after that, we officially entered, the talking phase. Because I cannot stress this enough, the talking phase is so important, guys. I have another story about the time I didn't go into the talking phase. I've learned a lot, and I've grown as a person. So don't worry. Anyway, what time is it? Okay, I'm fine. Anyway, so we're in the talking phase. We're talking every day. She's, she goes to, Utah to, go to Moab. I think that's the place. So she leaves for a while. She goes on a trip with some of the gals, right? One of these gals are her friends. I'm gonna keep all their names private for obvious reasons. But one of them, B. B was chill. I got to meet her, and okay, my dad's actually home for realsies, but that's fine. He's gonna come in here in a second. He wouldn't be mad at me. I'm just gonna explain to him that I'm making a video. I'm making a YouTube video.
Oh. Okay, I was gonna help you with your trunk, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. My trunk is broken, so we were gonna fix that. Anyway, I need to just get to the story. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting distracted, and it's not my fault. Anyway, so she's on her trip with friends B and C. So, by the way, I'm not doing like an ABC thing. I just realized that. I'm not doing that. These are actually their first initials. But, obviously not going to say their names for privacy purposes. So, the person I was talking to goes on a trip with B and C. They're chill. I met them at one point. They're actually not chill at all, but I'll get there. At this time, they were chill. And now they're on that trip, and then she comes home. And then we're like, oh, bye! About a month into the talking stage, I says, how about we have a movie night? So she comes over to my place. We put on Scream, which is, let's be honest, that's the movie you put on when you're hitting some of the... Even though we didn't do that. But I'll get there. We put on that. I don't know if I sound insane, but there's the stereotype that you put on a slasher movie when you're about to just become the teenagers in the movie. I've never heard that from anybody except my dad, so I don't know if that's just a him thing. But anyway, we were watching the movie. She's cuddling crazy style. At one point, she's fully on top of me. Whoa. By the way, I'm going to be talking about the, can I say it on YouTube? I don't have anything to lose. I'm not monetized. I have 10 subs. I don't know. We're talking about the humble intercourse in this video, so if you're not comfortable with that, fuck off. That was mean. Just don't watch it, because obvious reasons. Anyway, so weird. Anyway, this is gonna be like one of those Dan Henschel videos. I can't focus. I don't even have ADHD or anything. I just suck. Anyway, so we're movie night. She's with me. We're woo cuddling. That's it. I don't know why I made that noise. And then boom, makeout session. Wowza. And then I pull away and I go, girl's name. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Ooh. And she goes, sure. Wait, then I'm thinking in my mind, wait, hold on, do you actually want to do this or not? Because, like, because I just asked, and you're like, sure. Yeah, dude, I guess. I'll take anything at this point. I'm sorry. Anyway, my hair it needs to get out of the way. Anyway. So we're dating now. Don't worry, it didn't last very long, so there's not very much in the story. I don't think we went on a date one time, even though I asked her several times if she want to go out with me. She said no to all of them. So anyway, we started dating. Whoopee! We still hung out a lot, just never one-on-one. Never like... Or, I mean, we did hang out one-on-one. We didn't go on dates. That's my point. We did hang out one-on-one. And those are also experiences that I will be explaining. This video is 17 minutes, and I haven't even gotten to the reason why I broke up with my goth girlfriend. Anyway, this dude's jaywalking. Why does he have a red light on his head? There's a sniper around these parts. I don't know. Anyway, so someone needs to count the amount of times I said anyway in this video. That's fun. Let's get back to it. So about a while in, we're talking every day, and then we went a day without talking. Fine, it's gonna happen, whatever, who cares. And then we go 2 days without talking. And then I'd be like, hey, what's up with you? I didn't say it like that. I was like, hey, we haven't really been talking. Are you like, okay, what's up? Are we goodalicious? Or are we... And then she's like, I'm thuggin'. That's the thing she always said, I'm thuggin'. That means bad and I don't want to tell you. Now, if there's stuff she didn't want to talk about, then that's fine. But I always asked, hey, if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay. But as your partner, I want to make sure you're fine on account of I care about you. Side note, she never said she loved me a single time. Out of the 2 months that we were dating, not including the talking stage, but dating, she never told me she loved me a single time. And now I know why, and I'll get there. But anyway, where was I? Where? Hold on. Oh, I forgot. Wait. It's coming back to me. I forgot what I was saying. No. The coherency of the story is even worse now. we started dating, and then we never went out on dates. Yes, okay. I was like, are you okay? And she like, I'm thugging, and then, she gets super distant. The way she detached from me was something that my dad noticed and found particularly alarming. And he told my mom, actually, I'll get there. Well, wait a second. That's the big plot twist. Anyway, and if you don't see it coming already, I don't know if you've been living, I don't know if Patrick Star is your roommate or something, but anyway, she is, in My Chemical Romance terms, she is not okay. That wasn't funny. And then a week later, I go to her play that she was in. It sucked. I can say that now that we're not together. It sucked. She's not a bad actor, but the play was written by 2 students. They didn't do a good job. And I'm not a jerk for saying that. I recognize that I'm biased as hell because I hate one of the people in them, or in the play. Play is non-binary. Anyway, I've seen good plays. I've seen good indie plays. I've seen. There's one place that I go to, not often, but sometimes. They have really good acting. Live acting. It's good. I like acting. I like art. Except this one sucked. So I'm at the play. I don't know what that whole tangent was. I'm at the play. I'm watching and I'm like, I love this on account of my girlfriends in it. And then this was the first time I met her friends, notably B and C. I also met A squared. There's a different A from the other person. This is A squared. A squared is my goat. Whenever girl wasn't talking to me, I'd go to A and I'd be like, have you noticed that shit? And she's like, yeah. By the way, you're like an awesome partner for checking in. And I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. I thought I was going insane. And I thought I did okay. But anyway, I meet A squared, B, and C. And B says, we're all going to my house after. You want to come with us? Notice how it was B who invited me. Notice how... My fault. Damn. Notice how it was B who invited me and not girl I was dating. You would think that she would want to hang out with me. I find it odd that my girlfriend's friends wanted to hang out with me more than my girlfriend wanted to hang out with me. I guess they were under the impression that she liked me. So they wanted me around. Anyway. I pull up. I pull up, Seth in the Kitchen style, and I go inside the house, we sit down on the couch, and then gang, her friends, say, so what was your favorite part in the play? My name. And I was like, take a guess. Take a ganda. And they're like, girl? I'm like, yep. Which I just thought was really funny, because I thought I was going to say something else. Anyway, I leave. And I'm like, hey, girl. I don't call her that. Don't call your girlfriend girl. That's you. I'm just, for privacy, not saying her name. I'm like, hey, girl, I'm leaving. Hug. I don't kiss her. I never kissed her. I would lean in, and then I got speeding. I would lean in, and then if she didn't lean in, I would not go for it, because consent is important. Anyway, I did that thing, and then she didn't do it back. So then I'm thinking, that's okay. She has mad makeup on. She doesn't want to ruin it. That's okay. This is a goth girl we're talking about. She doesn't want to smudge her black lipstick. Was very attractive, by the way. Back to the point. She doesn't kiss me. Strange. Not very alarming. However, what would happen the next day confirmed all of my suspicions. It's 11 o'clock. I'm brushing my teeth. I have an electric toothbrush. I'm shaving. Right? I'm smoothing myself up because I have a girlfriend now that I have to look good for. So, I'm grooming myself Minecraft YouTuber style. And then, hear a buzz on my phone. And I'm like, who could it be? Because she hadn't texted me all day. Open my phone. Who is it but girl? And I didn't read all of it because it was just a notification pop-up when I scroll down on my notifications. And it was like, this video is 26 seconds. 26 minutes! I can count. The notification says, hey, I'm sorry to say that... ... And I'm like, fuck. I'm thinking, I know what this text is about to say. So I'm like, overwhelmingly empty inside. Keep brushing my teeth. Keep shaving. I get in bed. And I'm like, well, this is the end. I put on my comfort song, Blood Hail by Have a Nice Life. Oh my god, I love that song so much. I put on my song, I put in my headphones, and I'm like, it's time to vibe. I open the text, it says, hey. How many Y's in that hey? What? Uh-oh. I open it up. Hey, sorry to say this, but I think we should break up. She says it's because Hello, Zoss? Who is TS? There is a neon yellow van that just did a U-turn right in front of my house. That's weird. Anyway, the text says, hey, I think we should break up. The reason she said that is because she feels like she can't be emotionally vulnerable with me. Why, Sauce? I says, I understand and I'll respect your decision. And then, I didn't ask why yet. Let me be clear. She says all that, and I'm like, ding, ding, ding. And then, this was over text, by the way. What the hell? We saw each other consistently every Tuesday and Thursday on B days at my school. We would see each other consistently. She could have done that in person, because that's the respectful thing to do. Unless she, of course, didn't care about me. I don't know. By the way, I want to be clear. This 30 minutes into the video, I'm not an incel. I don't hate women. I hate this woman. I don't hate women. I'm non-binary. I'm gonna be a woman in like 5 months. I expect to be trans. Okay? I'm not. I don't think I'm a woman yet. Or does it sound kind of peak? I don't know. I also live in the United States. And we're not a fan of the queers. And queer as I am. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. This chick. She's like, saying all that. I respect her decision. Of course, I'm sad. I'm very sad, because this was the best person I've ever been with. Up until that point. I'm not with anyone now. I don't plan on dating anybody until college, which is in a year. But, it's in a year? Whoa! No bueno. Ugh. I don't want to go to college. I want to be a psychiatrist. I need to do 12 years to get my doctorate. I'm not excited for that. That's a lot of work. Anyway. She was the best person I've been with. So I was sad that she broke up with me. And, of course, I go to bed at like 2 a.m. because I can't sleep. And, I wake up the next morning. And I pick up my guitar and I'm like, dude, I don't even know. I start playing Don't Think Twice, It's Alright by Bob Dylan on my guitar. Just because I felt like I was vibing with it. I don't know, dude. So I was just like, it's just me now. I'm alone again. And then my friend A hits me up. Not A squared, just A. A texts me. She's like, dude, girl regrets her decision. You need to text her. So I'm like, okay. I pull out my phone. I open up her digits. And then I'm like, hey, just wanted to check in on you. How are you? How are you feeling? And she's like, I'll be okay. How about yourself? And I'm like, fine. By the way, what the fuck? Not like that. I was like, I just want to make it clear. I don't know if breaking up is the best solution to this problem. I think that more emotional vulnerability would be something that would be very positive in our relationship. And that's not impossible. That's something that we could achieve with time and communication. And I don't think that throwing away our relationship is the solution to that. And she says, I entirely agree with that. Let's do that. And I'm like, do you want to get back together? And she's like, yes! And I'm like, fuck! I didn't say that, by the way. That's just what I was feeling in my head. So, I felt the same as when she was laying her head on my shoulder on the hike, shooting strings. I'm kidding. I don't have premature ejaculations. I'm 16. Don't be thinking about that. I'm a minor. I'm sorry. I shouldn't guilt trip my audience. They probably made a bunch of people uncomfortable. Sorry. Anyway. I'm happy. And I'm joyous. We're back together. Oh, damn. And, then the next few days going amazing. We're talking every day. I'm happy and I'm joyous. And then I say, hey, my school dance is coming up. Or our school dance is coming up. I don't know why I said my school. Our school dance coming up. We should pull up with A. And by this point, I had, so A was single, so I set her up with another one of my single friends, B squared. This is confusing, but A was with B squared. Get the Pythagorean theorem out of your head because we're not doing any bullshit like that. A is with B squared. They're going to the dance together. And I'm like, me and girl, do you want to go to the dance together? And she says, I can't. I got something to do that day. Okay, I guess I'll third wheel. And then the next day she says, I actually can go. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm happy, but like, why'd you do all that? And she's like, thing got canceled. Okay. I feel like I'm jumping through hoops here. Of course, it's not her fault if those plans changed. But the thing is, I feel like she changed those plans. Or she changed them. She made those plans on the day of the dance, knowing that the day of the dance was coming up, and that she was also with me. So she either, at best, didn't think about it, or at worst, was trying to avoid it. And I know I sound so paranoid, but it will all make sense in a second. In like 30 minutes, because this video is 34 minutes long already. Sorry, we're listening to Godspeed You Black Emperor today. Only one song. That was a niche reference. Let me know if you got it. Where was I? Right, so dance. She says I actually can go, because she changed the plans because she changed her mind. Awesome sauce. I think that was courteous of her. I think, ooh, almost honked by accident. I was very happy that she decided to, go with me, because putting your partner in a decently important spot in your life is the bare minimum. Anyway, we go. It's fun. I put on eyeliner for like the third time ever. She was super into it. I think I look pretty good, personally, with it. But anyway, as I was saying, we do that, and we go to the park after with gang. Me and girl, and A and B squared. We go to the park. We're chilling. Also, I should mention, C squared is with us too. She's third wheeling, not C. But C squared. C squared is with us. I guess she's fifth wheeling. She's fifth wheeling these two couples. And so it gets cold, because this was our winter's dance, so it was cold. And we got some blankets, because we knew it would be cold. So we went back to my house, we got some blankets, we go to the park. And then I see my chance. I'm like, you want to get under the blanket with me, shawty? And she's like, oh, sure. Not like that. But anyway, A and B squared are cuddling under their blanket, and I'm like, blanket time? She's like, yeah. Hey, C squared, you want to join in? What? She had her own blanket. I don't know why. It's not like she was going to be cold. She had her own blanket. I don't know why she was like, hey, you should join us. Well, I know now. But anyway, we get back home from the dance. We leave. I'm covered in hickeys. She goes home. Then, give it a couple days. We had these 2 consecutive hangout sessions. They were very nice. We spent a long time listening to Deftones. A long time making out. There's the funny meme that I see everywhere. It's not funny. I actually hate it. But it's the guy who's like, oh, I listen to Deftones. I listen to Deftones, babe. If you ever like to listen to Deftones and make out with me, my schedule is open. Which is kind of funny because I actually did that. But anyway, we do that. All right. And a couple days later, she doesn't text me. Fine. This happened last time. Should have noticed. She stops talking to me for a day. Talking the next day, it's fine. Then that day becomes 2 days. And then she texts me again. And then 2 days. She texts me. She sends me 1 text message. On each of the days that she texts me, 1 text message, maybe 2. If I was lucky. She wished me a happy birthday. That's the only form of affection I got out of all of that time. Since she became ultra distant, that's the only affection I got out of there. And then I said, why are we doing this? That's not what I said. I said, are you okay? I'm worried. 'Cause you're like, not speaking to me. Are we okay? Please. And then, she's like, fucking. I feel like my stomach caved in. Because I don't want to see her struggling. I don't want to see her thugging. I want to see her being happy. And I was like, anything I can do? And she says, no. And I says, would you like some space? She says, I don't know. Okay. So I says, I'm going to give you some space. You can talk to me when you are ready. When you feel like you want to reach out to me. You do that shit. I give her a day. Give her 2 days. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days. I get a text on my phone. I'm sorry to do this over text, but we need to break up. I'm sorry to do this over text, but we need to break up. I can't let you in on that level. And I don't want beef. We can still be friends. And everything is gonna be okay. And I'm like, okay, I saw this coming. Toodles. I see her at school. She's like, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, what up? She's like, I just want to say that I'm sorry for how everything turned out. I was like, it's fine. I'm sad, but we'll be okay. And she's like, yeah, okay. And that's why we broke up. Because she became very distant. But that makes you ask, and the video's not over yet, I'm sorry. That makes you ask, why was she so distant? It's because she was cheating on me and she's actually a lesbian. That's where this video's been leading to. You know B? Yeah, B. They were going out the whole time. I'm not gonna do that, actually. That's disrespectful. No, I mustn't. Okay. Anyway, so they were going out, doing things that I did not find out about until I was told by A, who she actually did talk to. A and girl talked every single day. You know who didn't talk every single day? After it had been established that she had the capacity to talk every single day. You get where I'm going on this. She was cheating on me with B. The whole time. And now, everything makes sense. And that is why I broke up with my goth girlfriend. And if there's anything to learn from this, fellas, you don't want a goth girlfriend. You don't. Because you have to deal with all that. Find a normal person. Also, side note, I'm in a band. Don't date musicians. Because she also got pissed at me because I wrote a song about her after she wrote a song about me. That I heard while we were dating. The signs were there. And I saw them. But the humble first stage of grief is denial. Denial is a river in Egypt. Your girlfriend is gay. Thank you for watching. Fellas, fillets, and Feliz Navidad. I appreciate it. More videos soon.